Hello, all my art-loving people out there. I am so behind on Inktober. Today is October 20th, actually, and I want to show you where I'm at and kind of my plan to hopefully finish up Inktober strong this year. I don't know if it will happen or not, but whatever. October is and always has been the busiest month, or one of many of the busiest months of the year for us. Us being my family, we are gone more days in October than we are home, but somehow in the past I have almost always made it happen. I had one year where my grandmother died on October 13th. That one is still undone, but I do plan to finish it. And some other unfinished years that are in my big unfinished bin up here. Oh boy, there is a stack. It's okay. But in the past, I have finished Inktober's, at least 3 of them, very successfully. No, 4 of them. I know 4 of them for sure, since I started in 2018. I think maybe I was more motivated to do Inktober in the very beginning, more dedicated, and so I definitely made it a priority. But lately, other things have been a priority. But anyway, I'll show you where I'm at and my plan going forward. This here is my little Inktober sketchbook. It's so cute. It's 5 by 5. It's a Haramule cold pressed, it says, but it's very smooth paper. Watercolor sketchbook. And I kind of show you how I got started with this in the video that I'll link over here for you. Watercolor background in September, and then trying to do ink on top to go with these prompts. I did complete day 1, mustache. I have completed days 2 and 3, which are weave and crown. Finally finished days 4 and 5. I guess finished. The inking is pretty subpar. That's murky and deer. I could go in with these with a lot more shading, a lot more detail, but I am not going to. Not yet anyway, and maybe never. I finished Pierce, although I haven't posted that one yet, and I'm working on Starfish. I had 20 minutes past my appointment time in a waiting room today, so I was able to work on this one a little bit and then do some sketching for these 2 because I didn't really feel like doing the inking. I just grabbed a pencil, and Reckless and Heavy are the ones I started sketching. You probably can't even see the lines on Heavy very well, or either of them, but anyway, 20 minutes got me basically all these 4 points done on the Starfish because that one was already done. The middle part here that's just pencil and not ink. And a start on these 2 sketches, so that's pretty awesome. And then the rest, I just have the watercolor background, which you've probably already seen in previous videos or through Zoom sessions or live sessions on my Patreon. We did some of this in the Patreon get together. So lots to do. Very, very behind. Yeah, and I don't have 3 of them still with the watercolor background. I didn't get to finish that. So 3 of them still need a watercolor background. Anyway, that's where I'm at on October 20th. I feel sorry for myself. At the same time, I want to finish it. I really like Inktobers. I do. I like them a lot. I don't get to use all my ink pens except for this time of year. At least I choose not to most of the time. I like it. So my plan is to work 1 hour a day on it while I'm home, which is sometimes challenging this time of year because we're always trying to pack and get ready for the next trip and the next trip and the next trip. Some of these trips are business, some of these trips are fun, whatever. It's a lot of out of town. But 1 hour a day for the days I'm actually home in this house. So this week, that would be 4 days this week if I were counting today. Today I am only going to get that 20-25 minutes that I had in the waiting room. That's okay. Tomorrow I have about 7 hours of working time where I am just in open-ended classes where people can come in and paint, and I am there in case they need help, instruction, and so on. So I get a lot of time to work on this. I don't know energy-wise that I'll actually be able to work on this for the full 7 hours, but right now, that's my intention. That's my hope. So we'll see how that goes. And then Wednesday, I should have 1 hour that I can work on it. And Thursday, I should have 1 hour that I can work on it. And that's it. I can bring it with me for the trip Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but we just went on a trip Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I did pull it out once and sketched a little bit on starfish, but I was kind of tired, so I didn't get very much done. But I'll bring it with me just in case. And then next week, I think we have 4 days that are still in October. And that's only 4 more hours that I can work on it. So we'll see how it goes. Although next week I do have a 3-hour class again where I can work on it in that 3-hour class. So technically, I guess next week I have 6 hours that I can work on it. I will keep you updated. I'm not going to video most of it, but I will, right after I'm done talking to you right now, show you what happened in all of that. Or at least some of the day-by-days and how much I got done each day. Wish me luck. It's the day after the big painting marathon day. I am tired. Tuesdays wear me out. But I want to show you what I got done in about 7 hours I had yesterday. Just keep in mind that I don't just paint and draw that whole time straight through. I get up and check on students' work, answer questions, get a drink, use the bathroom, so on and so forth. And I just can't paint and draw straight through for that long anyway, so we have that. All right, let's take a look. Let's remember where we were. We were here. So I had starfish partially done. The light's a little weird in here today, but that's okay. So I finished it up as much as I wanted to finish it up. I didn't really like that one. I think I would enjoy doing an Inktober with graphite, just pencils, which is kind of against the idea of Inktober, but still, I would enjoy that. So I did Reckless, which is a bull rider. I didn't really do any shading on it. Just, I don't know, wasn't really feeling it, I guess. And then I had this elephant for the term heavy sketched in to be a proper elephant, but the way my paint had turned out, I really wanted the eyes where I had the dark spots anyway. So I just made my own version of a funky elephant. So it's not correct as far as its proportions and whatnot, but I wanted it to match what I had for paint, and I'm happy with it. And I love this one, Sweep. I love it when I can just take a big, thick micron and just doodle in some things. And so, yes, one of my favorites, plus the background paint just worked really well for that one. And then Sting, I had some paint in there that looked kind of bee-like, so I just made that work for that. And then Shredded, I had this reference photo of a guy lifting weights. And it's okay, again, like it wasn't my favorite, so I didn't spend a lot of time shading it or making it stand out or anything, but it's done. And I really like this one, where I had the paint and the white of the paper coming through. It just made a great place for reflections on ice cubes. The next two are my absolute favorites. Trunk and Ragged. Trunk took way longer than it was supposed to. This was the beginning of the 3-hour night class, and I thought, oh, cool, I'll get 5 more done, because I got 5 done, I think, during the previous 3-hour class. And this one took forever, though. This one by itself took 1.5 hours. I just got too detailed with it, but I really like the way it turned out. This one, on the other hand, only took like 1/2 hour, because just one big, thick micron and just a super simple, fun sketch. I love it. And then Blunder, all I could think of was just a guy thinking he made a mistake, so I sketched that in. Again, no real big shading, just kind of an outline, and so much for my inking skills, but whatever. It's what I can do right now. And then I started to sketch in Ornate before I left, and I noticed the pencil I was using really bleeds over onto the other page until it's covered up with micron or erased. So that's why I have this little bit of napkin in there. And that's it. That's as far as I got in the night class. So 2, 3, 3.5. Dang it. Oh well. So all in total, I did this one, which was just a finishing up. So I'm going to consider that half of one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 2 halves. So 10. Basically, I was able to get 10 prompts done yesterday in that 7 hours. So a little more than 1 per hour. So that's pretty good. I was hoping that they wouldn't each take that long. If they could all be like this one and this one, I'd be set. Super fast. Ornate's gonna take a while. It took about a half an hour to sketch that. And this one's gonna be pretty detailed. I think this one will be fast. That one's gonna be challenging. That one hopefully will be fast. The sketch might take a minute, but anyway, this one's gonna take forever. This one's gonna take forever. And I don't even know what some of these are. That one's gonna be relatively fast. Same with onion. I know I did paint with some paint on this one because I had a paint that I was trying to test, just a single half pan. And so I tested it by putting it on the page I didn't have paint on. So 2 pages still need paint, but that's where I'm at as of Wednesday morning. Oops, I forgot to put the napkin in there. It's gonna bleed graphite over to my finished one. Anyway, I'm supposed to work on this for 1 hour today. I have a very busy day though. See, that's the problem with October. October is so busy. So I have to make food. I have to pick up food from the grocery store, make food. But I'm leaving for another trip tomorrow after work, after my husband's work. I don't technically work tomorrow, except I have about 7,000 hours of work that I need to do in the studio and on the Advent gift box. So feeling the stress. I don't know if I'll work on this an hour or not, but I will at least work on it for half an hour today. Maybe I can finish ornate and get a sketch going on the next page. We'll see. Wish me luck. I'll give you an update probably after the weekend or maybe tomorrow afternoon before I leave. Hello, I'm back. It has been a week and 2 days since I last talked to you. And look how much I got done. Nothing. That's not entirely true. I was working on another project. The Wednesday I talked to you, I said I might have a half hour that day I could work on it, and then I was shooting for 1 hour a day, although I was leaving for a trip and I wasn't sure I was going to do. I didn't do anything on any of those days. I've been concentrating on another project. And then I had a 3-hour class where I could work on it, but I worked on the other project. So all I got done was putting watercolor on this page, and this page, and that's it. So now we're at October 31st, and I have yet another Inktober that is incomplete, which is really frustrating. A little bit. A lot bit. Yeah, a lot. It's a lot frustrating, but I'll finish them. I really will. Yes. Yes, I will. I actually bet I could finish this one in 8 hours. So maybe I'll just make 2 4-hour days once my big project is finished and see if we can get it done. Okay, well, Inktober, that's how it went for me. How did it go for you? How did it go for you? But the thing is, I never give up on my previous Inktobers. I always have hope and intentions of finishing them, and I will finish them. It just might take me a bit. Okay, I hope you have a great, more productive weekend than I had in Inktober, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now. Hello, all my art-loving... Rude. Look how dirty that is over there. Other dogs are getting in trouble. This is so cute. He's so cute.